Listen, Monk Mo gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, I'm just here to tell you that I live in the suburbs, and around the corner is the most expensive houses in all of Dallas. I repeat, around the corner is the most expensive houses in Dallas, worth 64 million. And some majority of people in Dallas don't even know that. But at the end of the day, I'm not focused on casual sex. So I know how much it costs to be in a city or in a state. So at the end of the day, if you can't afford a $64 million home, why are you smashing women in Dallas? Because dudes think they just be like, oh, you're a simp. You want the $64 million home in Dallas. But at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the children. Because dudes don't understand when you hit a girl raw from the back. Because a lot of women, they're not into the rubbers. So at the end of the day, when she take your seed from the when she let you hit from the back, listen. At the end of the day, now you're gonna be on child support in about a year and a half. After those 9 months, it's gonna go good. Then about a year later, she's gonna realize you're just capping. Cause there's gonna be guys that can pull up in Ferraris, Porsche 911s, and you guys are taking a bus. Cause you don't understand real estate, and you don't understand there are $64 million homes right around the corner. Now, with that being said, in the suburbs, you don't know who you can inspire. A lot of people in the suburbs, they're not in shape. They're strong, swole, buff in financially, but physically, it's just not there. So at the end of the day, listen, don't be like the 98%. I repeat, do not be like the 98%. They want you to be just like them. They want you to have no muscles just like them. At the end of the day, listen, do not be afraid to walk around like a gorilla. Dudes want to fit in and they don't want to walk around like a gorilla. But at the end of the day, listen, I'm not even at 70% yet. I'm not even at 40% yet. At the end of the day, I'm nowhere near 100% yet when it comes to the muscles, the buys and the tries, but we are getting there. We are getting there. At the end of the day, it's important that you understand health is wealth. They don't want to teach you this in school, but health is wealth. Because a lot of people in the suburbs, once they reach $100 million, they're going to have to spend $10 million just on their health. What a waste of time. What a waste of resources. At the end of the day, listen, when I'm 90 years old, I'm going to be in shape. Listen, I can still play. Listen, I can still go to the Lamborghini dealership with my sons when they grow up. So at the end of the day, my future sons, just got to let that be known, I'm not into dating American women. So listen, I'm in America. So if I don't date American women, guess what that means? It's easy for me to run it up in America. It's going to be easy for me to get a Ferrari 488. It's going to be easy for me to get a Ferrari F8 Tributo. It's going to be easy for me to get a Lam Urus. Because at the end of the day, I'm not messing with women in America. In all 50 states, I'm not messing with women. I'm not trying to have casual sex. Listen, in America, I just look. I never touch. I never touch. At the end of the day, I wouldn't recommend guys to touch anything in America. Listen, America is plague. It is Babylon. At the end of the day, I just run up the resources in America. Listen, at the end of the day, all you need to do in America, eat good, run up the resources, and get the buys and tries. Get the supercars, ride around, like the Hellcat. At the end of the day, listen, Leave women alone. Yes, they get mad. The bots get mad when you tell guys to leave women alone. The bots don't want you to leave women alone. They're programmed. They're bots. They're robotic. That's why they're called the bots. Listen, I'm no longer blocking bots unless they just flat out disrespectful. But I'm not blocking bots because bots bring attention to the channel. So at the end of the day, the bots are even listening to what I got to say. I appreciate that. So at the end of the day, the bots, they don't have buys and tries. They're just programs. It's all metal. They don't have buys and tries. At the end of the day, I make content for buys and tries. Listen, you could be the guy in the suburbs that look like the final boss. These dudes walking around here fitting in. If you fit in, how you gonna look like the big boss? How you gonna look like the dude that drive Ferraris? Listen, you don't have to put on a $100,000 chain and scam people like Bandman Kevel. You need to get muscles. Look at the V-taper. Do you guys see the V-taper? That comes from focusing on your buys and tries. That comes from focusing on your own buys and tries. You're not focused on Elon Musk and his billions. Because listen, at the end of the day, billions come with control. But at the end of the day, the hedge fund managers, they come with control. At the end of the day, when you're a content creator, listen, you can get the Ferraris and the Lambos. You can get 20 million worth of real estate. And guess what? You can get Miss America. You guys are dating in America. You can't even afford Miss America. So you got to settle for anything in America. Listen, at the end of the day, one life to live, and we not going out like that. So if you got to take your time, listen, you got to take your time. I can admit, I don't have the Lambo Urus yet. So with that being said, listen, I'm not doing anything in America, bro. I'm cool on that. Listen, when I'm ready to do something and procreate with a woman, listen, I'm going to Brazil. I'm buying an island in Brazil. Listen, I'm not just going to Brazil. We going to be in the favelas. I got a duck from Ricochets. They got Mercedes. Listen, no, we not going out like that. At the end of the day, it don't matter where you're at right now, but it's all about where you're headed. So listen, my phone's about to die. So listen, I got to wrap this up and I'm about to go grub. You feel me? Listen, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.